What to do if you've got a flooding tower? Let me go show you a few tricks. Hey everyone, Distiller Greyling here, one of your favorite home and hobby distillers. So yes, as you can see, I've purposely started to flood my tower so that I can show you guys what to do in the case of a flooding tower. I'm at the end of my grain spirit run. If you want to check it out, go see this video of how I did it most properly, a high reflux run. So what I did now actually is I increased my heat to maximum output that I have, also closed on the reflux fully to push all the liquid back down. So what in case is happening now is that as more vapors, as it's hotter below, more vapor is starting to rise, and with the reflux being closed, it's condensing all that vapor and pushing it back down. And you're starting to see all the trays starting to flood, and especially with the glass one, you can now clearly see how it looks. Flooding occurs when your bubble trays downcomer cannot efficiently and fast enough push down the condensate that's lying on the tray, and it just starts to flood. Sometimes it's alright, but not always. Why I'm saying not always is that you want to have maximum contact between your vapor coming up and your liquid, but not in this manner, because now you will start to have your vapor drop, or your vapor gas is catching some of the droplets and taking it with as they go up. If you were to say try to capture or get some of your product out on the other side, you might end up with not the correct ABV that you want. You will have a lot of trapped liquid still inside the vapors, and when that condenses, you will have a very mismatched mixing of products, and that's maybe not your desire. One thing you can do is close on your reflux, the cooling water. If you start to close on the cooling water of your reflux, you will start to let some of those vapor go up around and get condensed and get collected at the back. But like I said, that's maybe not the preferably best choice that you want, because there's going to be a lot of unwanted liquid still trapped in the vapor before it gets condensed, so that's maybe not your best option. What I like to do is I just lower on my power. So I've got my power at 85% output. I'm going to drop it down to about 65 and then just leave it to stabilize and see what happens. I'm also at the end of my grain run, so I can see the water itself is not that clear. It's actually starting to look more like the mash color it was, a very dirty color. It's also telling you that you're actually getting more water, and from some of this wash inside the boiler is starting to get pushed up into your tower. That's one of the reasons why I did it at the end of my run, because I know I'm not going to really recover anything that's still left, but just to give you guys an idea how the flooding works and why it happens. I can already see how the sight glass, especially liquid, is starting to definitely reduce. It's actually getting to the point where it's going to be on top of the downcomer, and then it's more or less just going to stay there. From the other ones, I can still see they are properly flooded, so that's now what happens. All this liquid is now starting to come down until everything is back in your boiler. When everything is back in the boiler and it's a bit stable, that's when I would now start to close on the cooling water of my reflux and then start to collect some of my liquid again. You can, if you want, increase your heat again, but just make sure you don't increase it to where you had it, maybe just half of where it's now, and in between, that you try and still get your product out but not try and flood everything at once. Top one is, sight glass is definitely looking better. It's actually now on the level of the downcomer, so I'm quite happy with that. Yes, I can see this one is starting to come down, so everything will come down and then settle out. I'm not going to start playing around with the reflux now or collect, because I'm done with my run, but just a demonstration of how flooding works and how to minimize it. I hope it helps you guys, and until I see you again, remember to be awesome, to be kind, and be yourself. Cheers.